Okay, good morning, afternoon, or evening. I want to go over a couple things that you need to know before we go on break. So, ideally, I would be telling you this in person, but since we are distance learning and we had a delayed start today, I know some of you missed the Zooms, so I'm just going to go over it. The new schedule is posted, or will be posted as soon as I'm done making this, of what we're going to be doing. So you guys come back for distance learning on the 4th, and that'll be periods 4, 5, 6. Periods 1, 2, 3, you're going to come back on the 5th, and we are hopefully back in person on January 19th. Okay, so that's what you need to know. So 1, back to distance learning the 4th and the 5th, starting with 4, 5, 6. 2, you need to check your Infinite Campus schedules over Christmas break because there might be some changes, maybe not with the classes that you have, but the periods. So check in Infinite Campus and make sure that your schedule hasn't changed. And if it has, make sure you have the correct one written down so you go to the right Zoom meeting on the 4th and the 5th. Okay. Next, I should have made a list. We're going to start the week we come back. We're going to be doing longer lessons, getting a little more in depth, since we're kind of in this groove of this distance learning and the videos and the Zooming and all of that. And we're going to start with patterns. I know we've already done pattern stuff, but I have another one. And so we're going to do one assignment, but it's going to take 2 days to do. So it's going to be longer. Obviously, you'll need pencil paper for that. And if you have colored pencils, that's going to be a fun one to use them on. The next assignment we're going to do is a landscape. Okay. And it's another perspective one, but it's got more detail. So the room was really basic, simple, wall, ceiling, back wall, floor, all that. This next one is going to have more detail and it's going to require a higher level of skill because it's building up to what we're going to do when we come back. When we come back, we are going to do a cityscape, which is pretty hard. It's pretty complex, but it's fun and I think you'll like the results. So the landscape is a scaffold, so it's building up to that. And then the 14th and the 15th of January, those are going to be makeup days. So if you missed the landscape or the pattern lesson, you'll have those days to get it and get caught up, and I'll be on the Zoom to answer questions. Everybody benefited from the makeup day that I did this time, so I'm going to kind of keep that rolling. And then hopefully we're back in person on the 19th. So we went over the schedule. You can check your schedule in Infinite Campus. I think I covered everything. And then we did a little box tutorial today on the Zoom. So if you did the shading activity, this is another way you can use it. It's the same thing. It's a box sitting on a table, and we didn't shade it. We added in patterns, and then we did a bow, and we did hatching and cross hatching. So that's what we did today. If you are interested in doing that, you can stay on, and I will do the tutorial. It's something cute. You can put it on the front of a Christmas card or a birthday card. It's just a good thing to know how to draw. You can put it on anything. So we'll go in and do that. If you want to go ahead and leave the video, you can. If you want to stay on and do the tutorial, you're welcome to do that also. I'm going to angle my camera down now, and we're going to start. So we're going to start the same way that we did when we did the shading activity. I'm going to go quicker just because it's not our first time doing this. So in the middle of the page, I'm going to make a box. A square. Sorry, you need a pencil and an eraser for this. And keep your lines light. I'm going to go darker on my lines though so you can see them. And remember, mine is upside down. So do a square. If you're crazy about your lines, use a ruler. And we're going to come in, we're going to do another square in there. Remember, this is just how to make a cube. And then we're going to connect our corners. Okay, and we're going to come in, we'll do our erasing. So we're going to clear out the first box. I really don't need to do that every time, but I feel like the minute I don't make those extra lines, I'm going to mess up, you know. And we're also not going to darken our lines because we're going to be putting a bow on top. So once we have our cube, we're going to come in, we're going to give ourselves a horizon line. And this can represent a table, a floor, a shelf, whatever. It depends on how you shadow it and what you want to put in the background. Okay, so go ahead and do that. Now we're going to come in, we're going to do the bow. In the center of the square, you're going to put kind of a rounded square, and this is going to represent the center of the bow. So you'll come in, you'll put a rounded one there, and then you're going to do these little weird bunny ear things coming out of it, and this will make sense here in just a minute. But it kind of looks like an anime bunny a little bit. Okay, and then so now it's right side up for you guys. You're just going to do a straight line coming down, maybe curve it a little. Bows don't, here, I'll keep one straight, one curved. You'll do a line there, and then you're going to connect here to here. You can bring it down if you want, or just run it straight, it doesn't matter. And then you clean out this space, and now you have your bow. I think we'll do something a little bit different on this one. I gotta flip it though. So we got a bow on a box, and I'm gonna, do you hear Fashine? She's so noisy. Maybe I won't do that. I don't know if I want to do that. Nope, I don't want to do that. I'm not committing to that. So now I'm going to do my lines coming out of here, and they're short on this one because I made it so close to the top. And then using our perspective skills, we go straight down because anything you're looking at straight on is going to be just either vertical or horizontal. We're not going to angle them. If you wanted to do lines here, you'd want to angle them back like that. Maybe we will do it. So you'd angle here, and then it's going to be straight here. And this is that perspective skill that we practiced. Really, this is just a review of every single skill we've gone over. I do like that, so I'm going to make my lines darker, commit to my lines now. And from here, you can make this realistic if that's your style, and you would do that with shading and color. I'm going to make it cartoon. So I'm going to, actually I think I'm going to leave it. Come in, commit to your lines. Got to add a little bit of like texture in your bow a little bit. And you just do that with funky lines as if it were like kind of rumpled a little. Come in, I'll Sharpie it. It's getting a little warm in here. I'll take my shoes off. She's liking glass kids. There we go. Right. So I'm going to go over it in Sharpie. I like to go over stuff in Sharpie because it makes it look like a coloring book. And I think that's cute. But if that is not your style, you don't have to. I know some of you are crazy good shaders and prefer to keep it a little more realistic looking. So whatever you want to do. Again, this is just for fun. Not meant to be for a grade or anything. And you could not include that line, but I'm choosing to keep it. I did one without it and I just didn't like how it looked. And come in, do that. And then to keep it cartoony for my shading, I'm just going to do a little hatching. Cross hatch it just a bit. Just to keep it, you know. And I'm going to come in, I'm going to erase all my lines. Not even super good, just a quick erase. And there you go. You have a bow on a box. Did one earlier. This is from second period. This is the one that Hannah colored. She was feeling it. Oh, I forgot to darken my bow. I guess you don't have to darken the bow, but nope, I probably should have left that not darkened. I don't know if I like that. Okay, so there it is. Quick review. Okay. Telling y'all I should have made a list. Back to distance learning on January 4th. That's periods 4, 5, and 6. Okay. On the 5th, it's periods 1, 2, 3. That's important. Check your schedule. Make sure that your class periods have not changed. If you have any questions, go ahead and email me over break. I think that's it. Okay. Merry Christmas. I cannot wait to see you in person. I'll see you in 2021 next year. Bye, guys.